Why do you feel that this regime is constantly threatened by you all's movement, and particularly since the release of the film?
At the time, the regime had alienated most people from politics, including the youth, who are the largest section of the population. Uganda is such a young country. 80% of the population is under the age of 35, which is firstly an opportunity because that's a very young and healthy population that is ready to work, and with opportunities, a lot of things could be great for the government. But the regime sees the youth as a problem because, you know, for them it's entrenchment in power, and that's what has become, you know, like their most and one priority. And when you threaten the presidency, you become enemy number one of President Museveni, who has ruled Uganda for 37 years. So I think that's really what caused a lot of the, you know, the injustices that were meted upon the opposition, and Bobby Wine being the head and the leader of the opposition and the movement. Yeah, and you know, in the 5 years of following Bobby, there was about 7 attempted assassinations on his life, one of which his driver was shot dead after sitting in the co-driver's seat, where Bobby had been 5 minutes from that assassination. So you know, the situation had become very volatile. You know, a grenade was thrown into his house in the bedroom where one of his sons was, and you know, there's lots of you know, situations like this that I could describe, but essentially, and as you saw in the film, November 18th and 19th of 2020, you know, over 100 and over 54 people were shot in the streets, and that's what the state and the police said, reported, or accepted, but they shot and killed way more people than that. You know, Bobby Wine's political party, the National Unity Platform, reported over 100 people were killed all around the country.
And last but not least, I wanted to find out. There's one of Bobby Wine's lyrics where he says in the song, in one of his songs, "Everything's Gonna Be All Right," where he says, "If you feel like giving up, remember why you started." Do you remember why you started?
You know, I followed Bobby and the political movement for over 5 years, and within that time, I was locked up in prison. I was arrested a couple of times. I was interrogated. I was shot in the face like a month before the election, the presidential election. And, you know, there were so many reasons to give up, so many reasons to stop making this film. But, you know, the reason we made this film was to inform the world of what was happening in Uganda. It's not, you know, as it might have been portrayed that, you know, something happens and they say, no, this is an isolated incident. No. It's a chronological, as you see the film, it's all these things and violent, you know, things that the dictatorship carries on doing, you know. So this is really their modus operandi, and that's how they run. That's how they do things. For them, it's power entrenchment all through. But I must say, we hope that this film will highlight to the international audiences the fragility of democracies, and why those democracies need to be protected. The world today is becoming way more hostile, more totalitarian, and you know, we see all these you know, countries falling to dictatorships and leaders who have total disregard of the law. And that's what we need to fight as a people, as a civilized people. We need to stand up and protect democracies.
Moses, if you had one word to describe the movement and the forward movement that you, Barbie, and Bubba Wine are going to infiltrate moving forward, what would that one word be?
It's a movement of courage, strength, and resilience. And that's what you see in the Ugandan people. The Ugandan people, the one thing that the film actually does, it portrays the Ugandan people as great, amazing, incredible people that have gone through this repression for 37 years. 37 years as we speak today. But yet they pick up, they get up, they continue moving. And I hope that this film, inspires the world, inspires people to fight for freedom and to get up and continue to carry on, because that's what we can do now.
Moses, thank you so much for giving me your time and being so incredibly patient with me today. It was really important to me to be able to speak with you about this film. I
Thank
saw it
you.
and I enjoyed it immensely. And I plan on doing everything I can to make sure that, our country is in alignment with what's happening over there and find out ways that we can help and donate and support your cause. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Carla. Thank you so much. Great
You're
speaking.
welcome. It's great speaking with you too. Bye bye.
Bye.